This is another 419 Grind exclusive. Wake up, Toledo. Wake your ass up. You're listening to the 419 Grind's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com. You are now listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented by 419 The Grind.
Good morning. It is your boy Big Trice. Oh, look at it. Already trying to have some sound effects this morning. Hey, it is Thursday, November 12th, and wherever you are, just want to say good morning. Hey, I'm in a whole great mood right now. I am in the studio pushing this thing through. Got to give a big hug to my co-host, Leah Renee, Miss Shay K. You'll see him later on in the show, or you might hear from him, or you can expect the unexpected right here on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast. Also, want to say thank you to our executive producer, Jesse Coleman, Dr. Victor J. Coleman. Oh, Victor J. Coleman. I like that. What up, Vic? This is a great show this morning. I got the executive intern with me. Y'all know him. We call him Dwone, but his name is Dwone. Engineering the show. And again, we want to thank each and every last one of you for grinding with us. Hey, it's a black college experience. A HBCU kickoff right here in the 419. It's going on across the country. HBCUs is kicking it today. I'll be talking more about that. You know what I rep. Hey, Tuskegee University, much love. Last night. Radio, Pepsi, AT&T, all those businesses and organizations right now are supporting your historical black colleges and universities, and we want to say thank you to all our alumni, family, and friends of HBCUs. What's up? So y'all know, if you ain't never experienced a black college experience, you're going to get a taste of it today on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented to you by the 419 Grind Network. We are the #1 urban radio podcast in the country, with sponsors like Hotbox, Greater New Psalmist, Lima Humidop, Recovery is Possible, and Miss Perfect Boutique. And if you're interested in putting your business with us on the #1 urban radio podcast show in the country, send your information to info@the419grind.com. Gotta say good morning to all my grinders. This is going to be a very interactive show because you know, it's a black college thing and we get everybody involved. So I want y'all to get ready to join in. Remember, the number is 419-540-3566. Make sure that you're social distancing. Make sure you're wearing your mask, because we seeing the numbers actually here in the 419 and around the state of Ohio, as we saw the governor, Michael DeWine, issue a alert that he might be closing down a little more than we are accustomed to seeing based on the numbers. But we'll talk more about that on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. But don't go nowhere. Go get your coffee. Make sure the kids is right. Make sure you're listening to us on iHeartRadio Podcast, Amazon Podcast, Amazon Music, Spotify, Facebook Live, YouTube. We talking to the world, and we talking to each and every last one of you. It's your boy Big Trice of the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. Hey, put some French vanilla in your coffee.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
I can deal with because through the years a lot of things change. We share the love like a melody. Every moment is so sweet to me. Time I look at you, your smile lets me know you feel me too. Anything you wanna be, I can deal with because through the years a lot of things change. We share the love like a melody. Every moment is so sweet to me.
Can't believe that you would do me so dirty. Hit the pause button right now and press rewind. Things replay in my mind about 1,000 times. Every red flag you show me is flying high. You got the wrong one. I'm so messed up in my head I can't be sure. You might say insecure, I say trust issues. Now I'm moving different, say I'm acting new. You got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. If ignorance is bliss, then I'm naive. 'Cause everything you tell me I believe. You know just what to say to get to me. You've got the wrong one. I blind myself with passion 'cause I got faith. We blame it on perception just to be safe. But that's a misconception, you're taking advantage and you've got
It's Trending Topics in Toledo on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's right. You're right back here on the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast Network. And I'm in the studio with the intern exec, Mr. Dwone. And we got Miss Shay K as she gets things underway, making sure that the show is still running properly. Want to thank each and every last one of you for grinding with us this morning. Dwone, what's up, man? I know you're in the studio nodding, matey. He expected unexpected. He wasn't ready to click in, y'all, but I got him now.
What up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm feeling good.
That's good, man. Guess what, man? As we talk about, now I get a chance to have you in the studio. I want to say thank you to all our grinders. You're doing a pretty decent job, man. How you feel about yourself this morning? Because, when you rocking with one of the best in the world, what you think about your skills with rocking on the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show?
Feeling good, looking good.
Okay.
You feel good, you look good, you play good.
You do, man, you do. Why our grinders are listening, man, and what I want the people to know is what you did. Because when we talk about young people, and they also oftentimes say, don't nobody listen to the young folks. One thing that I want our grinders to know, and our listeners that's listening on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you might be listening to this live streaming, this young man, our executive intern, has a major project coming up, and he is about to bring the University of Dayton. What's the name of that school?
It's the Modern College of Design. It's based in Dayton, though.
It's based in Dayton.
Yeah.
And you are a student there. You're in your first year.
Right.
You are about to present something to that university that nobody else has done from the 419. What is that, man?
I'm about to bring my college on the air, and basically we finna interview a college. Well,
Right.
we don't interview, we have conversations.
Okay. So what does that mean, man? Does that mean you get a chance to bring the president to the school, representative of the school?
Yeah, we bring in, how they have your school reps, like how they go to different schools and promote why they should go to
So like a college recruiter.
Yeah, like a recruiter type thing.
Okay. So I can see, man, you actually doing a promo for Modern Design. And what's the name of it? So I say it right.
The Modern College of Design.
How you find out about that, graduating from Roy C. Stark School? How you find out about that, man?
The same way that we about to bring them in there, bring him in there.
Bring who?
We about to. Her name is actually Kate.
Okay.
But it was a guy that came into my art class. I was in art class and
at Start.
At Start, I was at art class at Start, and I was thinking about going to Columbus, and then they popped up. And it just changed my mind. I don't know. I went on a visit there, and that's where I ended up at.
Wow. Well, I'm proud, but I'm an HBCU guy, so I'm a historical black college guy. And this weekend right here, because we couldn't have COVID, we couldn't have homecoming during the COVID and the pandemic, iHeartRadio and some of the other major corporations and businesses are doing it virtually this year, and they have some other features that's going to be added to the HBCU Experience Homecoming. So I can't knock that you went to, they came and got you first, because maybe if you would have seen an HBCU at Start,
right,
you would have gave it consideration.
They don't promote those, though. They got to promote those.
So and I'm glad you made that point. Have you seen growing up, were you aware of black colleges and universities?
I ain't get aware to HBCUs to like my senior year. Like Devin Williams, his sister, Blue.
I do. Yep.
She go to a historical black college, so that's the only reason I really know.
Well, who's the other person that rocking?
You went to a historical black college.
Okay, I got lunch for you today at Hotbox, one of our major sponsors. What HBCU did I go to?
Oh, that's easy though. You about to Tuskegee.
No, he thought it was just gonna be Tuskegee. No, sir. How do you spell it? The unexpected.
Hey Siri. How do you spell Tuskegee?
Did y'all see what he did?
Hold on, Hey Siri, how do you spell Tuskegee?
Siri don't even know.
Tuskegee.
Big shot. Siri was like, wait a minute, let me go back. But you had a little help. You had a lifeline in here because we had Shay, and she is in the studio, making sure the studio is together as well. That's right, man, it is. Do you know any famous person that came from Tuskegee or any history? Because you know in the schools, they don't talk a lot about HBCUs.
No, maybe you could give me a little history lesson.
Booker T. Washington started Tuskegee Unit. George Washington Carver, the one that talks about peanuts.
Yeah, the one that made peanut butter.
Yeah, that came from Tuskegee. Tom
I didn't know
Joyner
that.
is from Tuskegee. The radio personality,
Yeah.
Tom Joyner.
Yeah.
I actually know him personally. The Commodores, if you ever heard, that's your grandmother's group. They are from Tuskegee. So yeah, man, there's so many celebrities, lawyers,
I like
professionals.
that jacket actually, or that hoodie. I really want one, even though I didn't go to a HBCU.
Hey, to my AT, to my boy Alto. He made these, and he got some more. We got something special coming. So Alto, you heard what the young brother said. He said he actually like it. But he don't even know what the letters stand for.
What, HBC? I know what HBCU stand for. Oh, you want me to tell you? Historical Black College. No, wait.
I'm going to sit back, y'all.
It's Historical Black something.
And that's what we got to do better to our black colleges around the country and our universities. We got to do better. So what does HBCU stand for? I just said it if you listen to what I just said.
Historical Black. I don't know. See, but you was university.
Ding, dong, dong, ding.
You is
Alex,
university, though. We just got to figure out what the C stand for.
Would it be college?
Why would it be college university?
College and
Oh.
universities.
See, I didn't really get that from that.
But yes, that's what HBCU stands for. Historical Black Colleges and Universities.
Okay.
Because many universities were colleges, and then they opened up the name to universities. So just a little bit of fun fact and history lesson. And man, it was awesome. And to all those that attended the HBCU, thank you so much. Because this weekend, if y'all listen to the Breakfast Club this morning, it was on and popping. I'm talking about, I got to give a big shout out too. And I know Angela Yee, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, actually, Envy did go to a HBCU. Yee and Charlamagne, I'm not sure, but what I do know is today they kicking it off. The HBCU marching band at 7 a.m. this morning, presented to you by Pepsi. Also, to all my beautiful ladies and beautiful people, Ultra is doing the beautiful possibilities at 3 p.m. right here on the iHeartRadio podcast, and it's Party on the Yard with DJ Envy. I'm talking about, if you don't know nothing about a black college, when we get on the yard, we stomp the yard. So it's a real HBCU experience. You're going to feel the vibes this morning. And you know what? This is what I love, black colleges and universities, because we can be excellent in being who we are. And, you know, I got the hoodie on in the studio because the weather was a little bit brisk this morning. So I got to do this one for my girl Leah Renee.
Hey, let me do your part. Give us that weather, Big Trice.
Give us the weather. Hey, all I'm going to tell you is that with the weather here in the 419, we are only going to see the highs in the 50s for the next week. It's going to be high in the 50s, so make sure you got on your hoodies. When I got out in the car this morning,
I was about to say that same thing. It was some frost on that window.
It was. You had to let the cars warm up a little bit. So make sure you give yourselves enough time, even going into traffic. Make sure you give yourself enough time, because for all of our moms that have to go to different daycares and different things of that nature, make sure that you give yourself time, because you got to warm that car up. Because, D, it was cold this morning. In the traffic, it wasn't that bad. I had a cool commute to the 419 Grind Studios, and actually I went live. I had to be careful because I was in my whole vibe listening to the Breakfast Club
I like
this morning.
the little drive on the way here, though. It's all peaceful and don't be that many cars.
Okay, so it was a cool drive for you this morning?
It's always a cool drive every morning.
So, you know what, speaking of traffic and driving, as a young driver, to hear you say it was peaceful, what is peaceful for you as you come in?
Peaceful to me is like 12 o'clock hours, 1 a.m., early in the morning, no cars on the street, no traffic, the lights still blinking. I just fly right through them.
Oh, so you the problem. Distracted driving, as Leah always talk about. Again, man, so just be careful. You wear your seatbelt?
I should wear my seatbelt.
All right, again, we don't lie. You talking to real people, real content. Get in the habit of wearing your seatbelt, wearing your mask. As we talk about that, do you wear your mask out in the public with all these cases going up?
With the granny I got, man, I ain't got no choice.
She don't let you go without it?
Man, she going off if you ain't got that mask.
That's called granny love. Speaking of granny, you and I was talking last week, and you said something to your granny that I heard on the phone that I was not expecting.
What?
Our little saying of having a good year. What's our saying to having a good year?
Oh, yeah.
What's our saying to having a good year?
6 months of minding your business and 6 months not worrying about mine.
Worrying about the next person's business.
Yeah.
So when you asked me that, I was like, so I told you what it was to all our grinders and listeners. So I told him what that was. And I asked him, I said, Dwone, who are you trying to take that conversation that we had? Who are you trying to take it to? Listen who he told me he's trying to take that conversation to.
I told Grams that.
You told your granny. You told your granny to mind her business and leave your alone. Share this. Go to all the YouTube platforms and all that. Dwone, you told your granny to what?
I told her she needs 6 months of minding her business and 6 months not worrying about everybody else's. But it was a reason behind it.
So why would you, hold on. So y'all weigh into the conversation. Leave a comment. Have you ever told your granny to mind her business? This is all new. Have you ever told your granny to mind her business and leave yours alone? So Dwone, what was the reason you told your granny to mind her business?
Because recently, since COVID hit, like I'm telling you, like she's stressed about everything. Like, all right, for example, we was riding down the street and there was a man walking and a car stopped like he was about to pick him up or something. She can't even drive the car. She look, oh my God, are they about to hurt that man? I'm like, Granny, why don't even worry about the road? Like, don't worry about him. She riding, oh my God, I'm so that homeless guy, man, it just hurt my heart. Like, Granny, you will be okay if you just worry about yourself.
Expect the unexpected on the.
Nah. She don't,
As Shay is in the studio, she asked him, did she smack you in your head? Actually, DJ Breezy asked the question. I want to thank you to Arlinda. She said she would have never told her granny to mind her business. Michael Williams. Hey, Mike. Mike said, I'm still living right now, so I never told her that.
It's the way you had to tell her. Like, you can't tell her, like, Granny, mind your business. You gotta bring it up like a joke.
But you know what I thought was interesting? So to those that's listening to us on all platforms, you know what? It goes into a conversation and relationship because my kids, and I have a son and I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I call them all mine. They get away with unbelievable stuff with the grandparents. So I kind of understood it, but when your granny was in the car, what did your granny tell you when you asked us the question? She said, I listened to the show. Then what'd she say when you asked her, Trice? What was your statement? What did she blurt out in the back in the car? She said, I can tell you what it say.
Oh yeah, she knew. She said, oh, I already, she know. She said, they've been saying that. They've been saying that.
And what she say? How she say she knew what we were going to say? Because she listened to
because she watched the show. She said, yeah, I watched the show.
So he right in the car telling his granny to mind her business and leave his alone. So after we kept going, what did she tell you when you said mind, leave my business alone, mind your business? What did she tell you was to her? She said,
you is my business.
Mike dropped. At the end of the day.
But the conversation was not about my business.
Man, boy, freeze frame this on YouTube. Boy, anybody that know this right here, and when they do their lips like this, hit the love button, hit the like, because I'm doing this one for all the young folks right now and the grannies that can't do it. Put your hand, hit the like button, put your hands up right now. Hit the like button, because I'm about to pop him in his... What is you about to say? What's about to come out your mouth?
This that clickbait right here, because this how they clickbait you right here.
What's clickbait? Because I'm still ready to pump him.
Say who you about to say.
Yeah.
Okay. What you about to say about your granny, boy? Because
You misleading, you false lead to the people.
What am I saying?
I didn't tell her not to mind my business. I'm telling her to leave everybody else's alone, and then she wouldn't stress as much. If she wasn't worried about the man on the street next door, she would be okay.
See this pose right here when you freeze frame this one, man. My left hand to God.
I'm trying to keep my granny living. If she stressed too much, that take years off of her.
So, and you don't think you add stress to her because you won't close your mouth?
I add a lot on her, so that's why she don't need to be worried about everybody else.
You give her enough, huh?
Yeah, she getting no, I'm not. She got 12 of them. That's why she don't need to be worried about everybody else.
Man, much love to my brother, Gutter Dave. Gutter Dave said, "Poppy." Man, you putting Granny through a lot of stress, man. But we love you. We just wrapping our arms around you. But I swear, this right here now is my right hand. We know what that right hand. I swear, folk, he don't even understand right now. But I just thought that was unique. Call in, weigh into the conversation. Give him a little tidbit. Help us out. Call in right now, 419-540-3566 on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. I need y'all to call in right now. Help me with this young brother on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show, because this brother, I swear, folks.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
Speaking of that, man, as we try to shift gears a little bit, switch lanes, if you use your blinker and switch lanes to the other lane with your seatbelt on. Did you see or hear about the UT Rockets game last night?
Nah, fill me in.
Yeah, the Rockets, man, they was up big on Western Michigan, but the Rockets lost last night. And shout out and much love to Toledo's own Bryce Mitchell, my dude Jeremy Turner.
Bryce played for them?
Man, number 80. Bryce about to go to the league, man. Yeah. The running back from Springfield, still doing this thing at UT. But yeah, Bryce is number 80. Jeremy Turner from Montgomery, Gumptown, what's happening? And all the other players that's playing with the university.
So, while we speaking of the universities, let's bring it like tied back to kind of like high school and universities. Do you feel like TPS schools I feel like they don't promote their students enough, because a lot of players that came out of my school, they was real good, but they didn't get no D1 scholarships. They didn't get the looks that if they would have went to Whitmer or something, they would have got. Or Central. Like, why is that?
Ooh, he getting into some hot water this morning. That's why the name of this show today is, you pose a very good question, man, on homegrown talent and why many of our universities, BGSU, Toledo, Ohio State, some of those other ones do not recruit here in the city. I can tell you off my experience. I graduated from Southview. I was all state.
Right.
I was the man. Yep. Google me. Period. Went to college. And with that experience, and actually I went to school with one of our cheerleaders. Dad was the head coach, Gary Pinko. Shout out to Gary Pinko. Was over at the university, left University of Toledo and then went to University of Missouri, right? So I'm this standout defensive line, fullback.
Right.
I'm thinking I can go, if I don't go nowhere else, I can go to the University of Toledo, because the cheerleader, much love to my girl Erin Pinko, she was a cheerleader, and her family. But what happened was, it was a little difficult because I was a little touched that he wasn't recruiting me, right? But I had a teammate that walked on and ended up playing. I had another teammate that got us before me, a linebacker, had some opportunities, but I thought that I could go to UT. Right. I didn't have the grades.
That is true. A lot of people don't be having them grades.
And so I can be strong about me. I didn't have the grades. Yet and still, even going to Southview, I got my grades up.
Right. You was eligible though.
I was eligible.
That's really all that should matter, because they be going to pick up people that ain't even up there, you know, and they
But they talented, right?
they talented, but you probably just as talented though. That's what I'm saying.
So what happened was my height.
That play a part too.
I came up short. So when I go to Michigan camp, shout out and much love to my partner, Charles Woodson, went to Fremont Ross, played in the league. Charles Woodson, I'm there with Sean Alexander, who played at the University of Alabama, played with the Seahawks. I'm there with Clarence Williams, all these. So I go to the Michigan football camp 2 years in a row. They paid for it. I didn't have to go. So now my head getting big.
You ain't need much help.
So now my head getting big. Because now University of Michigan is showing me some attention. But they're looking at me not for the position that I was playing. They looking at me as fullback.
Right.
To block for the tailback.
Right.
And I'm pretty fast. But that's because I'm from Belmont and I had to do a lot of running back in the day. So what ended up happening, I go to Michigan 2 years in a row. They liking me. Much love to Coach Freddie Jackson, under Lloyd Carr. Fred Jackson say, where you from, son? I say, I'm from Toledo, Savannah, Southview. So from that camp, I said that to him. I come back, they get to asking me questions and things. Are you interested? Would you consider coming to the University of Michigan? The big house? Really? With my big head? In the big house? So now I'm like, cool. Now I come back to Toledo like, yeah, UT, y'all ain't looking at me? Michigan looking at me. Then I get a couple of letters from some other places. They tell me, if you get this number on the ACT, I needed to get like a 19 or actually I needed, with my GPA, I needed to get like a 20-ish. And I needed like, I ain't had like even $20. So they needed like a 20-ish to get me in.
Right.
I took the ACT.
What you get?
Drum rolls, please. I got a 13. You get 11. You get 11 just for signing out the paperwork. And I ain't about to make no excuses. Dwone, and be like, yeah, man, I was man, I got drunk that night. I wasn't ready. Man, I got up early. You know how they come in.
I was about to say, did you do the proper studying though? You know they got all these study groups and
no, because I couldn't. I couldn't read that well. I didn't learn how to read until I got into college at Tuskegee as being an announcer for the university, but that's another story. So I took it again because I learned. I said, oh, man, no, I ain't about to do that because I'm trying to go to Michigan. Yeah. They own me now. Gary Moeller now is the coach. I was Gary Moeller, then Greg Lloyd. Again, my partner, Charles Woodson, best cornerback, best NFL cornerback, all-time great from Fremont, Ohio. What's up, Poochie? So now I'm in there like, man, I'm about to go back to them. So I take it a second time. Drum rolls, please, because I'm about to go to Michigan. I'm about to be a Wolverine. I don't care about the Rockets. I don't care about the Buckeyes, BGSU, none of y'all, because y'all I'm about to go. Keep drum rolling, keep going. So I'm like, boom. I'm geek now. It's an HBCU thing.
You got lower.
I'm geek now. I get a 15.
You got it.
So I get a 15. They
That's
say
half though. That's half. They should have gave you some credit, man.
Yeah, they gave me credit, told me keep up the good work, man, keep trying, and they left my cool self alone. So that was my little short stint with getting recruited by the big schools. Mm-hmm. So then I go to a junior college in Illinois. I go to College of DuPage, #1 junior college in the country. We had a good season the first year, and then the second year they ended their program, so I had to leave again, and I go to Joliet. I go to Joliet, ball out. Now I'm considering to go to Eastern Illinois, Eastern Kentucky, and Illinois State at the time. It might have been Illinois State to play football. But I got a teammate and a roommate who went to a black college before I did. So when they go to the black college, my teammate, he like, man, I'm about to be recruited by FAMU. I got a Grambling trip. I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind going to that. I'm from Toledo. Only thing I knew about is shout out to Central State, and I only knew about them later on. So I go
Central State slapped though. I ain't gonna lie. I was just there a couple of weeks ago. It slapped.
Y'all hear that? If you know anybody that went to Central State, hit the button, hit the live Central State and Wilberforce. They're right next to each other, black colleges and universities. So I'm like, man, I'm in Illinois. I want to go down to Grambling. I want to go to Bethune-Cookman. Now, these are in the South. He like, yeah, I got to stop at Tuskegee. So when he stopped at when we go down there, I'm like, cool, I'm going to go on your college trip with you. We contacted the coaches. It was like, yeah, we seen a little film on him. Tell him to come on with you. Right. So boom, we go down there. We supposed to go to Tuskegee, Grambling, and Bethune-Cookman. What happened, Dwone, was I got to Tuskegee in Alabama and never look back. I went down
like
there.
That, it was love at first sight.
What? Man, them women was coming down there showing me love, man, like never before. I turned into this big chocolate, sexy, thick. Look, Dwone. I went in the cafeteria with my partner. Now, when I went to Tuskegee, my roommate before then was already there. So he was kind of like our ambassador. He's showing us around. He taking us in the cab. Yeah. I'm popping. I'm looking all muscle bound and muscular and
like a football player.
I was muscular. I got this DB that's being recruited by all the black colleges. So I'm in my back, and I'm from Toledo, and I just came out of the Chi. I'm out of Chicago and Toledo, so I'm in Alabama. Like, yeah, my whole drip up now. I'm in the cab, and they like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, what up? What's up? What's happening? You know, I'm hitting them with them pretty teeth. I'm acting real bad.
I don't know what they was looking at, man.
I got my, you know how the football players, because when you go in the cab, they cut their sleeves off on their shirt.
I'm hip.
You used to wear your cutoff. You used to cut off your sleeve.
He definitely used to wear the cutoff.
So you see so now they seeing my traps and things. I'm fresh off. I'm like, yeah, man. So 2 girls in the cab. I don't even know their name. They like, you not from here? I'm like, no, I ain't from here. He like, you cute though. You about to come here and play football?
You know they love you when you ain't from there. They ain't seen you before.
Listen, man, that's why the brothers in the South can't stand brothers up north right now, because we came down there and we the one that they was talking about.
So how was that though, being in the South though?
I got whooped when I first got there. They jumped me. My mouth, they jumped me. On the all-new Rise and Grind morning show, my mouth got me in trouble because I was loud. I wanted attention. I commanded any room I walk in. And when I step in that today, like this is the #1 urban radio podcast show, we kicking off the HBCU homecoming celebration. I commanded that. But them brothers wasn't trying to hear that.
They wasn't feeling that.
And I'm going down in college in Alabama with the dopest cars, the sweetest cars. Shout out to all my partners here in the 419 in the city. My city, the 419. My partner, shout out to my best friend, Irvin. Rodney Blackman, my Uncle Vic, they kept me in the sweet cars. So I'm driving in the cars. I got Lexuses, I got beat in the cars. So I'm like Wall Street going through that thing, man. The girls feeling me. And they think I'm about to go to the league. I'm still in the NFL right now. I'm a Negro for life.
So you went.
That went past you.
Yeah, it went past me. It went past me.
I'm a Negro for life. I never left the NFL.
So you saying you went to Tuskegee for the females?
Man, look.
Or was it the?
And I'm gonna get off of this, and we'll talk more about that. It took me 10 years, and I went to school after having a degree from a junior college for 2 years. It took me another 10 to get a 4-year degree, and I was in college at least 9 of those years full time every year.
Wait, you went to college for 9 years?
Absolutely.
Hey, it was that good?
That good, like.
Oh man, I need to transfer.
You flunking on purpose?
So now she just stopped cleaning up, y'all, and making sure that she engineering the show. She said, "Was you flunking?" No, I wasn't trying to leave. It was some beautiful black women, beautiful black people, and we're going to talk about that more because, listen, y'all don't want to go nowhere, but just know I got my degree, and I still had all the beauty right here on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. Music from the 419. When we come back, expect the unexpected.
is Sandy Brown, owner of the Toledo Threat Basketball Organization, and I have some great news. The Toledo Threat are officially joining the 419 Grind podcast with our new show, Nothing But Net. On the show, you'll see athletes, coaches, and even community leaders who have nothing but net careers. Now, they may have hit a few bricks along the way, but with hard work and dedication, they're now seeing a consistent shot within their careers. You can catch us right here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock starting September 30th on the 419 Grind podcast. Until then, nothing but net.
It's trending topics in Toledo on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's right, we're back live on the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast. I told y'all can expect the unexpected. Shay is not looking at the room and editing the show no more. She done jumped on the mic. Hey, Shay K, what's up?
Hey.
She was trying to, make sure everything was in the studio was all right and the cameras and everything, and she learned this part of the production, and she just had to get back in the conversation Shay, why you just couldn't keep cleaning up and making show and watching the show?
Because you know I got too much to say. Now it's time for me to jump back on in.
Just like a woman, you got something to say?
All the time.
What you want to talk about this morning?
I want to talk about our guest today.
Oh, look, pivot! Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. In the studio, I got my people with you. Do you know this is what that black college feel like? When you go to a black college, you know you got your people with you. And I got my brother, Chris McBrayer. Hey! But I got the lovely, the podcast ready. Y'all don't know nothing about Betty. Hey, I got Alexi Sims of Miss Mary Daycare, run the Douglas Center anyway, 3 Hearts, even if she helped build it. And now Village Academy CEO and director in the studio with us. Let's give her a round of applause. Lexi, we gonna jump right into this thing because you've been rocking with us on the 419 Grind morning show for a little bit.
For sure.
But what people don't know, you a real podcaster.
I'm a real podcaster.
No, see, some people play with this thing. Lexi, don't get this is a Rise and Grind morning show. We got to talk to these folks.
For sure.
What the hell is a podcaster? With your podcasting ashtray.
Look, I'm always so busy. I don't have time to be watching live. So podcast allows you to catch the message still.
So what's a podcaster?
That's me. I'm watching all type of information. You getting the news when the news already happened. I ain't got time. I'm in a mess. So I could podcast. I could catch the podcast. I could let it run on my phone. I could let it run in my car. These cars right now, iHeart right there on it when you start it up. So
your car.
Oh.
Right, so you got that 2020, that 2021.
Man, I got a heart in the car. You got iHeart. I just got a heart in the car. But with that being said, Lexi, thank you, and we appreciate you joining us on the all new Rise and Grind morning show. I thank you for bringing my brother Chris. We're gonna have a great conversation because there's some things that they can expect the unexpected this morning. But when you talk about listening to different podcasts, and you can be where you want to be. Like right now, you on the #1 urban podcast radio show in the country. You know this game.
Sure.
The world is listening to this. They see your lip glosses popping. Boom. You didn't come to play with them today. She was just waiting on her moment.
I'm going to kill him today.
Took 20 minutes to put it on,
She wasn't playing. So you walk in the studio, you in here, you bring Chris, you see Dwone, you see Shay. What was the vibe of this podcast, show, and studio when you walked in here?
Oh, definitely. You gonna hear him. You hear him before you even get in here.
I was loud.
For
hear me,
sure.
hear me.
We hear you before you get
that's
in
why we
here.
got them noise ordinance in the building.
You definitely hear him before you get in here, but it's all good vibes. Like, even though Shay wasn't on the mic, she was still giving all her energy from the side, cleaning up, doing her thing.
Making sure the studio looks good.
Definitely.
Yes.
Make sure it looked good. And then Dwone still was being active, so it was perfect. It was like good energy still. And it's definitely welcoming here, and it feels great. It feels
wow.
great.
So kicking off the HBCU experience that's being presented by iHeartRadio and all those, and this ain't really no plug for them, but I rock with those that rock with us. Yeah, like you hear all type of stuff in here. This is a live show. This ain't syndicated. If I sneeze, Chris sneeze, Shay make a funny sound, you gonna hear it. See, you done been into our other studio. And those that's listening on iHeart or Amazon Music or Apple Podcasts that's not looking at the live, what's the vibe of this? Where have you seen the show and the studio from when you were here on day one and just watching it?
First of all, the space is much more comfortable.
Okay.
It's sleek, and what I mean by sleek, I mean it's giving you that vibe that the podcast feels, giving you that radio show feel. So for me, I like it. It's a little more comfortable in here as far as temperature wise. I had on shorts and a white beat. I had a jersey on. I almost came out my jersey.
Yeah, now you got on your Brian McKnight jacket. Now you're in this thing like Maxwell.
Hey man, listen, it's freezing this morning, man. The weather changed on us so quick, but boy. But it's definitely a good feel to be in here.
So you've had a chance to be on several shows, and you're aware of the shows. Shay, Lexi, Chris, what would you say about this show that you have seen in the progress from, just a couple months ago to where you sit at today? What have you seen with the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show progress?
I will say this, and I'll say it again, and this is a progressive statement that I'm about to say.
And this ain't no shout out to Progressive. Expect the unexpected.
Is that
they do compare rates though. Sponsorship,
if it's there. But it's a. I said it gave me the Breakfast Club feel, right? So to say that still 2 months later, to still say it got that vibe, that means that it's still growing. It hadn't died. The energy hadn't died.
Absolutely.
So for me, I think that's the best thing is knowing that you can keep the energy up after being on here multiple times and after seeing it multiple times and just interacting with it on different levels.
Yeah.
It's definitely still give you that same feel. So that's progressive.
Shay, so when you hear and they done been in here, and Shay is just now new, Chris was here prior to, Lexi watches the show, she know who you is before you knew who you was.
For sure. I'm like, okay, I see Shay K making her way.
Yes, but I knew her before then, though, from 3 Hearts. My son was going. Remember when I was going to hair school? He was coming on Saturday. So
she really didn't remember, but she got you. She had that many kids.
She got so many kids.
She don't work on Saturdays. That's why.
She got so many kids, so I'm pretty sure. He only went once a day, but yeah.
Look, I want to tap in real quick to our grinders. Bree is saying, hey, Lexi. Bree also said, do you have Progressive as an option? You looking for insurance? Make sure you call 419-255-0040.
DJ Breezy.
Bree don't play no game.
She capturing the moment.
She's aggressive progressively.
Man, much love to one of the greatest mind, body, and physical trainers and soul trainers, to my brother Roshan Jones. What's up, Coach Ro? We know you coming. Just kind of speaking of that, Lexi, we talked this morning, so we had a conversation this morning. So we already, as we was talking about being warmed up, we spoke early this morning. When you see people like Ro and what he's doing and what you're doing, what Chris is doing, what this show is doing as a podcaster, having our platform to speak to it, what do that say to you?
It makes me very proud. It makes me proud because we have our own podcast here locally in the 419 where we can actually watch the grind and the growth. So to see this grind and growth every day where I'm watching, where I'm like, oh, okay, Trice ain't there today. Let's see how these ladies rock it. Oh, let's see when they bring in RC. Oh, I'm watching Cloth Talk. Oh, we got something to talk about.
You see, she watching.
Oh, she's a podcaster.
Gary Porter on here. What they talking about?
Clocked in? Now you clocked in?
Clocked in. I'm here.
Nothing but nets?
I'm telling you, watching all of the shows really just come together and really grow and take their lane, and everybody just getting comfortable. They in here. Everybody talked about y'all mic update in y'all room. I'm like, oh, they happy with that new location. They about to be on time coming in to record. Them podcasts gonna be dropping on time. Then it's great just to see Dwone because he has that young aspect.
Yes.
So
he gonna tell his granny that he told his granny to mind her business.
Wait, he said that? Let's pause this.
Let's pause this.
He walked in.
He said we ain't talking about old stuff. Quit bringing up old stuff.
He told his granny, and we'll come back to that on the unexpected. Chris, he told his granny why he was in the car with her and called me and told her to mind her business and leave his alone.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, as we talk about the show, my boy, I swim for you, but
you gotta explain.
I'm judging you right now.
Explain.
That's the problem. They won't explain too goddamn much.
My granny, since COVID, my granny be stressing about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we seen a man walking down the street and a car pulled up and who knows, they could have been giving him a ride or something. She looking all over there like, oh my God, what's wrong with him? And about to crash the car and all that. I'm like, listen, Granny, you wouldn't be stressing so much if you just minded your own business.
All right.
So Lexi, when you say you hear Dwone and the youngness in the video,
definitely we're gonna allow him to grow up on the podcast. We're definitely
there's some growth. There's some grind and growth.
That's that grind. Man, this goodness is man, I'm telling you. But you know what, D, and I love you, and you know this. So you know anything that we give, he know it comes with love. But when you hear hear Lexi she says she's watching the show. She's looking how you produce the show. She's looking at the content. How does that make you feel that somebody is here watching you, just like Pastor? Because you raised up when she was speaking, and we know when Dwone raised up, he want to say something. Now his mouth.
I'm trying to think of how I want to articulate it.
He grinding and growing.
More or less, like, it make you feel good because you don't even got to be on the camera and people know who you is.
For sure.
And so that's why they paying attention to you just growing and grinding. That's why Murky Murk, one of your own, Chris McBrayer, is a part of this growth. She was here yesterday, but again, her school obligations and some other things that you got her to be involved in activities. So she's a part of this. And as being a part of that over at Sky High School. So she's getting on the job experience with real content, real people. This is what I love about you, Lexi, and Shay, and Chris. And I was thinking about this morning. Help us be a better, help us be a better us so we can tell the world. Help us be a better us so we can tell the world to be a better us. Yeah. And we got that platform, as you talked about, Lexi. But I don't want to get too far into that, because you joined me for a specific reason, and we going to talk about it so you can get them lip gloss, because this is about you. I see my sister Mika on there. She saying, "Good morning, boss lady."
That's my
custom. We need some apparel, so you know we coming, Mika.
For sure.
Grind and grow.
She grinding right now. She in the office right now.
And what's the name of that? And make
Custom
sure
Rise. Holler at my girl.
Custom Rise.
Meek, throw that number up there for him. Throw that number up there.
Put it in the comments, and you can get ready for Murky Murk just joined in.
Murky Murk
exclusive. And guess where she got exclusive from? Coach McBrayer. The 419 Grind podcast.
Oh, she added herself.
It's everywhere you go.
Hey.
That's why she became exclusive.
I felt you. Hold on, though. You should probably be in school right now, though. Probably.
Oh, so she just switched over. That coach just clocked in. Now, meanwhile, expect the unexpected. Look, she got something to say. I swear, if you say something, Murky,
she got something to say.
She better not type nothing. You better inbox it.
It's my planning period.
The teacher, we was on break. They said we can go to lunch. Girl, it's 9:30. So
she made her own break.
Right. So Lexi, and I gave a little bit of insight, a little bit of insight. I was gonna make it work. Pivot on where you came from and how we met. Who is Alexi Sims?
I'm about to say, who is Alexi?
Because we got Siri, and then we got somebody got Alexa, because she actually wore your shirt. Alexa.
So I'm Alexia Sims, and Mike Trice is probably the only person that I let say my name how he feels like it, because I'm Miss Lexi, so he just put both names together and made his own.
Black folks, HBCU, Tuskegee University, Booker T, Washington.
Look, when he shout me out, as long as you get that village right, that's all that matters. I can be whoever you need me to be. I'm Village Academy, that's what you got right. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I'm daycare. I am.
Where you from? What school you went to? What street? Where you from? Because there's people listening.
I'm from Toledo, Ohio. So where did I grow up at? I grew up a little bit by Smith Park. My family has a family house on Lincoln, so I was by Smith Park with the King. Went to
she tried to look past it.
Went to Nathan Hale, and then Robinson. You know, Robinson was definitely that stumping grounds where we then moved over to Belmont. So now I'm with a whole different set of kids. I'm like, I don't know nobody over here. I'm staying in the house. We moved to Belmont when I was probably like 13. So that's right just before the grind started.
So you went to Stewart?
No, I ain't touched Stewart. I went to King and Nathan Hill. I graduated from Nathan Hill because we was still on.
Look at Chris. Look at Chris. He's about to get real cryptic things.
We was still on Nathan Hill. We lived on Warwick, just past Parkside. So you know, over there on Woodstock with my people.
Okay. NHP. Yeah. We getting the gang on this morning. She got all sides with her.
Definitely, and that's why I rock with everybody. So when we moved on Belmont, that's when my mom just kept having kids. Like, I am watching everybody's kids. And I'm like, Mom, we should just open up a daycare. Before we opened up the daycare, we was a group home for a year, a girls group home, and it was right when CSB was deciding, like, we want to focus more on therapeutic homes than group homes. So the group home sat empty. And I'm like, well, I keep having all these kids we babysitting. We might as well just have daycare, Mom.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that is.
She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
And you were 13 at that time?
Yep, I was only 13.
Speaking of grinding.
Then,
Right, you've been grinding. I know that's right.
So what made me even start want to watch kids, my mom, we did a convention. I was 11 years old. And in the convention planning, they never had no plans for kids. So I'm like, we should have a room where people could drop their kids off, and I'll just make sure I bring my Sega from home, and I'll bring some coloring sheets, and we'll have some snacks in there. And my mom like, yeah, we'll make sure we put some snacks in there, and we'll put one of the grandmothers in there to help you watch.
Grandmothers,
for sure.
Granny talk.
Grandmothers.
Had a
Granny talk.
Speaking of grandmothers,
we had a grandmother in there with us, and everybody.
What if you would have told that grandmother to mind her business?
Oh no, that won't go.
You see that body language? It ain't what she said, Dwone. I want you to grind and grow. If you would have told that grandmother to mind her business in that snack.
Ooh, back then it was automatic backhand. Automatic backhand back then.
Okay,
automatic
so
backhand.
the granny go because he talking about his 2020. He
It was
still
on auto.
They ain't wear tight jeans back in the day.
You would have got smacked at 1920.
No, it's okay because his vision about to get real blurry. He keep playing about 2020. So you do the snack. You tell, you say to granny.
Room, so I was 11, and I was like, you know what? We should have a sign-in page so that when people bring their kids, they got to sign them in. And when they take them out, they got to sign them out. So they just let me have my way at 11. Like, we going to let you run
11.
this.
Wow.
I had a little container on the table, and I got tips. I made $200. I was sold. I was like, oh, when I grow up, I want to own a daycare. I want to be a teacher. My daycare going to be sweet. Since I've been 11 years old, went through the Mayor Ford program for youth entrepreneurs. So back then I was probably only about 13, 14, and we actually worked on business plans. My name on my daycare, I had a flyer and business card. They taught you everything. Shout out to Mayor Ford. When I was about 13, 14. So from that point on, every time that I had a job, I worked in a different area in childcare. So I worked with the WIC program, with the WIA program. So my first one was a summer camp. Then I got to experience working at a homeless shelter. Then I got to experience working in a daycare where I'm only 15. They leaving me with 20 kids, and I'm like, should y'all be leaving?
Oh no,
y'all don't leave me in here by myself. They like, oh, you got this.
No, your boss lady was on you at 15. I remember what they was doing.
Everybody sat down. They all working. Don't worry about it. I got it. And I knew from then, like, oh, this all I got to do? I know it's some different things I want to add in. I'm like, for sure. Wow. And that's all I've ever done. We opened up our daycare and in-home in 2003. So my mom, the blessing is that all my experience came in the in-home. I learned from being that. Could nobody take Lex at the beginning? I'm walking you off the job. You in here clowning with these kids. These kids is my kids. So I'm treating them like mine. So, oh, you was talking smart? Okay, you don't need to work here no more. Back then, I was young. I wasn't thinking about, you fire her today. Who gonna cover her shifts for the rest of the week? Oh, you gonna cover those shifts for the rest of the week. My mom was like, oh, you'll be covering her shifts for the rest of the week. So from 2003 to 07, my mom ran the daycare in 2007. She let me take over.
What was the name of the daycare?
Miss Mary's House, for sure, and it still exists today.
How many years has that been?
Program since 2003, 17. Wow. We had our official 17 on September 15th. Yes. I've made a lot of mistakes in business, like a lot of mistakes on moving off of how I felt versus that paperwork being together. Oh, you gonna come over here, you gonna try to open up a center. This person don't really even know their job. They done gave you the go ahead before we talk to the board. So I done spent a lot of her money learning a lot of things in the field, and now I'm just putting all everything I've learned. I mean, just over the last from 17 to 20, I've learned a lot of things, just how to operate in business, making sure you have those I's dotted and those T's crossed. And
shout out to Miss Mary's though,
man, and your mom for sowing that seed. That's and learning that and hearing that, and you walk in your purpose and you walk in your passion and being a leader And being a business operator, a minority business operator, a black female in a child care system, man, it's emotions, and you have to stay the pillar. Woo, like Chris said, that's awesome. So just kind of fast forwarding, that's how I met you.
For sure.
2017.
I met Trice. No, I met Trice before 17. I think we met like 15, 16. Because I met you on Belmont. You brought some kids. So because all of my experience came from the WIA program and those PIC programs. It was PIC when I first joined. Same funding, different name. I was like, when I get a daycare, I'm having the youth come work for me. I'm going to teach them. Anybody who I see, they want to have this passion, they want to work with kids, they come to work for me. So every year, once I reached a certain age, I reached out to the whatever program was funding the kids. They can come work in the daycare. I'm going to use that child for whatever that skill is. Oh, you like gym? Okay, you're going to only do the gym classes. And when you're not doing the gym classes, I'll have you straighten up. But whatever I notice that you're good at, that's the time you're going to spend with the kids, because I want you to be highlighted in what you're great at. So. Yes.
Identifying talents and skills.
Definitely. And Trice, I met Trice at the Youth Opportunities job fair. He was out here with a bear or a ball or something.
Oh, at the Seagate.
Loud. I'm like, okay, we supposed to be giving these kids a real life experience.
Oh, downtown at the Seagate Center.
Why is he so loud in here? And then the Seagate don't have it's so tall. So it is echoing. I'm like, I'm over here talking to the kid. Yep, you can sign. Who is this? Keep being so loud. They like, that's Mr. Montrese. You have to meet him. He's from your neighborhood. I'm like,
Belmont South Side in the Seagate.
I'm like, I've never seen him before. Then here he come with the youth on their first day. I'm introducing myself. I'm their coach. I'm their mentor. I'm their job coach. Just if you have some problems, you reach out to me. I'll make sure if this one not working, we'll get another youth in place. But we gonna make sure we have them a successful summer. We'll work together, and we did a lot of working together because some youths definitely needed more than others. But I'm like, he's so loud. That's all. That is the one thing I remember. Like,
hear me, helping LGK restore.
We hear you.
He brought the attention in that Seagate. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And since then, I ain't stopped hearing him. I ain't stopped hearing him.
And thank you for that. But what I saw you do, and you took something that you didn't necessarily like in the terms of the person, and you still saw my passion and purpose to making sure that our kids are successful. And so we have got a chance to build that relationship, and we've worked on so many different avenues together. And so to see you still walking in yours, and I'm like, and that's why when you give your feedback on the success, on Chris, on Shay, on 419, Grind, on Jesse, it's somebody that ain't looking at us not to have. I just need y'all to do better.
For sure.
So as you develop these different plans, you go into the greatest community center in the 419. No disrespect to the Wayman Palmer, the Kent, the Grace Community Center. We had the Friendly Center. None of the Boys and Girls Club, the Catholic Club, but you went to the Douglas Center. I am the Doug. And all that go into the Doug. I am the Doug. So you go from Belmont, you connect with somebody, because you got to do this in the connection. You start another daycare or attached to another daycare, Three Hearts. And I'm saying that because the Three Hearts was connected to the Doug to continue to serve that community. How did that happen, and what was the highlights of working at the Doug? Taking your business from Belmont and now into a facility like that, like the community center.
Definitely. So it was a change, being in home, just used to my territory. I then acquired a partner, and honestly, my grind with him came from, I was working in the daycare, and I'm like, you know what? I need to have some interaction with adults. I'm gonna go work in the nail salon. We grind in the nail salon, and we was like, I'm like, you want to open up daycare? I want to open up a daycare too. I'm trying to open up a center because I got this long waiting list in home, and these people just stay calling all the time. I can't get them all in. Like, I got the kids already. I just need a bigger space.
I gonna say I got the product.
Yeah, I got the kids already. I just need a bigger space. So we came together, and
Who
that's
was
where
we?
Three Hearts. Kenneth Johnson.
Big shout out to Kenny.
For sure. We came together. That's where Three Hearts
Avondale.
came. And it was perfect for him because he wanted to be in his community.
Because he is the
once
Doug.
we had a conversation, definitely knew that he grew up on that side of town, running in and out of the Doug too. So for me, the only thing I had experience in the Doug was set.
Okay.
With Brother Muhammad.
What, you was Self-Expression Teen Theater?
Man, that was my look. That
we
was
said
my
set,
first.
not sex. Hold up, bring that back. Hey, that's why, because it came out so
What
fully.
happened at the Doug?
That's how I got stuck. We never had
She's the Doug
sex,
too?
but we was on the set. Self-Expression Teen Theater. Shout out to Brother Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Tony Frost. I had Baye and Tasha and Christian Brown's brother. Can't think of his name. He was our counselors at set.
Gotcha.
What's his name? Richard Brown, Christian Brown's brother. So I was a part of set. So wow, that's why we glow like we glow.
Yep, so
Self-Expression Teen Theater.
Definitely, I saw Brother Muhammad, and the only reason I saw him because a few of my friends worked through PIC also, and they was placed with him, and they was like, man, we be in there, he don't play no games. I was like, well, I'm going back to work with these kids. Y'all have fun with that. But me and my partner, we came together, you know, we had the goal was definitely here in our community, let's serve our kids. We not leaving the hood.
Wow.
Our kids definitely need quality care. So we came together with Three Hearts. What a phenomenal partnership, because we went from in 17 to 20, we went from 1 daycare to 3.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. We sitting in the room with her, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
We even have our executive producer in the studio, making sure that the studio is clean and everything else. So you can be the janitor or the CEO all in one.
For sure. Look, I'm still changing diapers today. What you talking about?
Yes.
Chris know this, Shay know this, Dwone learning this, you know this. Man, treat the janitor like you treat the CEO, because you
For
might be
sure.
talking to both of them.
For sure.
But as
For
you
sure.
were saying,
So
y'all need to
we
pump
made
his
it
collar.
through the
on the HBCU flag, I'm in Black Excellence right now.
Nice, by the way, though. That's a nice hoodie, by the way.
Alto, you hear what they saying?
That's a nice
Big
hoodie.
shout out to AT King, who created the HBCU hoodie,
that's my-
Southside.
that's my boy.
Man, get him one. Let's
That's
support
nice.
him.
That's nice.
So y'all go from 1 daycare to 3 daycares.
Definitely.
As a partner.
As a partner.
team.
So as a team. And when you join in as a team, when God puts things in place, that happened because that was what
That
I was
season.
supposed to do in that
Yes.
season.
Alignment.
That was there. We literally signed our lease October 1, the daycare opened December. January we were serving our first kids. So that blessing happened the way that it was supposed to happen. And then as you grow and time goes on, it's time for us to go our separate ways.
Seasons change.
Seasons change.
Ain't it a song
And
like that, Chris? Remember, what's that song? 20. The seasons change. You know, we older now. You don't remember seasons change?
Tricia ain't put me up there with you.
You said,
Well, you do have autumn, spring. Well, you know, seasons change. So you
Leaves
change
fall.
season, leave fall. If you got it, you got it. And then sun rises in the morning.
For sure.
So seasons change.
And that season in my life allowed me to grow and see where my skills were. My skills and my passion is in
And
the
shortcomings.
operation and my shortcomings for sure. Absolutely. Because in the operation of moving that fast, you miss the goal. You miss what my purpose was. My purpose was quality and education. And because I was moving so fast and grew so fast, I couldn't tame that beast. And taming that beast, it kind of made us bump heads because that was the end result. We bump heads, but guess what? Three Hearts still need to be here. We still need,
because the heart was in it.
We still need the only 24-hour daycare up in the city. We need that.
Yes.
We need that.
Yes.
Did y'all hear what she said? If y'all didn't, I'll repeat that. Bring it back. 24 hours in the hood. Frederick Douglass Community Association was the only 24-hour daycare in the hood. It can happen. It did happen. We watched it, but
Still happen. Making sure you love on the dub. Then there comes a season where I'm like, you know what? I need to separate, and that's totally fine. But that's how I connected with this. Me and Chris been friends since we was kids.
So and just give a little bit of that, because there's people that's looking on the live weighing in, but we want to thank iHeartRadio, we want to thank Apple Podcasts and all these live streams that don't get a chance to see the studio, they hearing the conversation. So when you talk about Chris
McBrayer is the director of Village Academy. So
what, girl?
For sure.
Hold on, Shay. She got the director. Wait a minute. This Chris that is the chaplain at the Toledo Correction Facility, the head coach over at Scott High School. He is the director, and he's still working in his purpose as the Village. And you talking about we and me, Chris McBrayer?
Yes, indeed.
Sitting in the studio right now on the number one.
Sitting in the studio right now.
Married to Sharice usually have 2 beautiful kids.
For sure.
Chris McBrayer is your director of the Village. All that stuff that he doing, he's still in the Village.
Still got time for the Village.
Hey,
it's the Village.
Shout out to him. It takes a village.
It takes a village is definitely why the name is Village Academy, because I understand that partnerships with my passion can definitely align us to go places we can't even see.
Yes.
So,
hey, yo, Exec. Hey! So when you're in the room with it.
Definitely understanding that Chris has a set of skills that paper don't show.
Yes.
He has a set of skills when it comes to how he can handle staffing, how he can handle the children. And my paper, my resume ain't gonna say how great I am with the kids, I came here just to help the administrator, but I'm gonna do some organizing. I'm gonna build some stuff, because you see, you always building.
So this what I would like for you to do as you have this conversation. Not necessarily look at me, because when we have these conversations, we don't look at the person. You may tell him, but I want the world to see you tell him what you talking about, because this is our narrative. Yeah. So what you about to say to me about him, I want you to look at him and tell him, and we gonna look too.
Look, he done heard. Look, he hear me all the time.
We ain't seen it. We ain't seen it. The world, all those that's weighing in right now.
All the world need to see definitely Chris McBrayer. This is one of a kind. He's my one of a kind. Definitely, I appreciate Sharice, Kaylee, and Kason for allowing him to be the director of Village Academy, for allowing Kaylee to be our little model for our uniform. Ooh, she did so great for us. For allowing her to come in. This baby came in and blessed the daycare. She came in and seen Village Airport and said, kids will love it here.
All right, I got to pause real quick, because one of Chris's heavy supporters and lovers said, just call him Bob the Builder. He'll fix it. But you know what? I want to kind of chime in and just make a mention of some of the partners that you knew of him, and you, like you said, you can't put a Chris on paper.
You can't.
Y'all worked together on a major this summer in 2020 during the pandemic, during the COVID. Y'all worked together to change lives forever. Please speak about that and how that happened.
The Me Summit, the Me and We Summit. Me Summit just was strictly, Chris said, we're gonna take a Sunday for 2 hours. We're gonna make sure these kids have hot meals. I was like,
wait, not just cold to love?
No, they ain't getting it. He was like, no pizza, no cold cuts. I need hot meals every Sunday.
Wait a minute, in the summer?
In the summer.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
For how many Sundays?
I don't know how many kids gonna show up,
10 weeks.
but we need to make sure that not only the children are fed, but our volunteers that show up are fed also.
Hey, good.
So, hey, real good.
And,
so I said, when it comes to the food, I don't know how to cook. But Miss Mary's house can definitely take care of that food for you. Three Hearts will definitely sponsor whatever you need us to take care of. Wow. So whatever the community didn't take care of and there was a need, Chris just let us know. And we made sure it happened for him. And it was empowering, because the Male Empowerment Summit was so much fun. And you would not believe, like, my little brother is quiet. He'd be like, I'm going to help Chris. That's all he's saying. He ain't saying too much more than that. We got to go help Chris. Yeah. Call your friends over here. We got to go help Chris. Yes, we're going there. And when he got there, at first he was like, I don't want to go. I'll go help, but I don't want to be involved. Chris like, come on, Lonnie. Come on.
And you know what? And I'm glad you shared that. And Shay, you're listening to this for the first time. And we won't go too far back into it. We're going to make you watch the show because Chris and Sharice was on here to tell us about that. But Chris, now fast forward to what Lexi is saying, and you had a chance to let it marinate a little bit. How does that make you feel? What was the life-changing experience that you saw from a universal standpoint with that opportunity that you created during the pandemic, during the COVID, every Sunday in the hood, exposing kids to life-changing? What did that give you as a person that you stand on right now while you sit in this chair looking at me?
It's you giving it to me. You giving it to me now because I didn't even process it like that, man. Like for me and Lex, she think I procrastinate on certain things, and for me, I don't move until God tell me to move. So when the Me Summit came up, I'd move when God told me to.
Okay.
Like, so I didn't get a chance to sit down and process from week to week on like how amazing it was. Now the results was coming back from people, and the kids coming, giving you your results. All that stuff was cool, and I try to never get hung up on those top compliments because
I still got work to do.
Yeah, and it'll puff your head up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to ever get on that high horse. So I'm actually just receiving it more from you and how she's speaking on like that whole maturation process of it. So if
I went to I was putting
good.
Maturity, but I'm I'll spell it back later. I don't know. I think I don't know. I put Matt, Rat.
He went to Pickett, y'all.
But the
boy wrote down like he wrote a note.
What's wrong with this dude, man? Expect the unexpected, man.
For sure.
But that was a nice pivot. but nonetheless, man, I'm just really just honored that I was able to do it, and all the people that helped. My whole vision was literally to have many community members. Community members involved. Kason.
Kason here?
Yeah.
Y'all snuck him in. That's crazy.
So with that being said, I want to be able to have everybody present, right? So all the community people helping out and donating and doing that, it was amazing. Then Lex literally never let me down. I mean,
anything you need.
Listen to me. Listen, when the food, the snacks, I'm like, Lex, like, we don't need chocolate out here. It's 99 degrees.
Setting up
they gonna have snacks anyways.
But you know what's so crazy is
she had water, Gatorade, and pop. I mean, she had
the whole layout.
And once I said it, I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to like remind her again. She just had it, bro.
Yes. So that's what that queen do in their life, dope. Man. That queen can. And what I saw, people saw the end result, kids eating hot meals, but the mindset that she said, I got whatever. I'm gonna protect my queen. Yeah. I'm gonna protect my king. Yeah. I put that word together if y'all saw that they look back. But it was the way it was presented, Shay. Every Sunday, the preparation, the napkins, the little kids, the kids lining up, social distance, everything that was said that it couldn't be done in the pandemic. They worked together and made it happen. Couldn't nobody tell us. Man couldn't come and stop that. Yeah. Because if man tried to stop what that was doing in pandemic with the social distance guideline, the Lucas County Health Department, all that stuff, we heard you. Yeah. We paid attention. Yeah.
Followed every rule.
Yeah. But you're not about to stop what God is doing because right now we're in a time of season that we know this matters to us. So as y'all talk about creating that, and thank you for that insight. But when we come back, because we got to pay a bill, because we got more with each and every last one of you about this show. But when we talk about that, Lexi and Chris, now y'all took looking at each other and working with each other in that moment to now y'all about to raise a village. Don't go nowhere. It's the all new Rise and Grind morning show presented to you by the 419 Grind podcast. I want to thank you for weighing in. We got good music coming right here out of the 419. It's your boy Big Trice, Miss Shay K, Chris McBrayer, and Lexi. She gonna give us a lesson for the village.
you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
I dreamed about you both day and night. Can't stop thinking about what we can have. I make mistakes, boy, but that's the past. Now I need something that's gonna last. Something that's better than sex. It's better than cashing the check. I wanna get lost in your love. I hope that you're giving it back. Don't you have me out here looking stupid, 'cause I put my trust in Cupid. Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but I got a fantasy for it. They say I lost my mind, but I can fantasize, can I? Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but somehow I still believe in it. You said it's a waste of time, but I can fantasize, can I? I just want my night, and it's shining on me. I'm your Cinderella, but time is not a problem, and I could be a queen. Just don't bring me no drama. Need you to be a king to take home to my mama. I know you see it in my eyes, baby. I promise that I'll never lie, baby. So I hope you ain't surprised, baby, by the way I fantasize. Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but I got a fantasy for it. They say I lost my mind, but I can fantasize, can I? Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but somehow I still believe in it. You said it's a waste of time, but I can fantasize, can I? Fairy tales really don't exist. But I can fantasize. Fairy tales really don't exist, but somehow I still believe in it. But I can fantasize.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold, but there is no console. Tell me why we gotta hate each other? Why we can't just love each other? Why we gotta shoot each other? Why we can't just love each other?
Yo, look me in the face. We don't even have to hate. Enough money we can chase. Let's uplift the race. Let's get it. Let's get to a place. We can sit and talk face to face. Like me, there's a lot that we relate. You don't have to take the bait. Be a man. Anybody put a gun in hand. Anybody can throw their hands. Anybody can choke or slam. Anybody can chase a bag. Let's plan and get them bands. Let's plan to go get them meals. Get back and pay them bills. Tell me why you shoot. Tell me why you hate. Tell me why you can't get on your grind and choose your fate. Let go of anger. Let go of pain. I know the whys. I felt the same. Been there. Cops killing, ops killing. No difference. Jail cells, graveyards, same sentence. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why? Tell me why?
Why we can't just love each other?
Why?
Another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why? Tell me why?
Why we can't just love each other? It hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why?
Tell me why we can't just love each other.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta shoot each other.
Tell me why?
Tell me why? Tell me why?
We gotta stop taking score. We gotta start protecting our people, uplift our people.
Tell me why?
The biggest lie we was told is that you gotta die for your respect. There is no word in the dictionary I'm willing to die for, and you shouldn't be neither.
Tell me why? Tell me why?
This is another 419 Grind exclusive.
That's right. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast Network. And in the studio, I'm talking about just great vibes. Hey, but we need your help right now. Make sure you vote Best Anchor Duo, Leah Renee, Best Podcast in the City, 419 Grind. And on this show, for all those that's weighing in, I need you to share this, because this is what we talk about with a village. It's a relationship. And we was off air talking about a number of different things. You help us to be a better us. Please share this live. Share this on all your streaming platforms, because this grows as you grow, we grow. We grow, you grow. Shay, Lex, I heard y'all talking off air. We had some great conversation on where you came from, what you did in the community, how you and Chris have connected. Then I hear a little bit about you and Shay while we were off air, saying about some of the things that the parents get involved in when doing collaborations and working with people's kids and the emotions that come with that, and then working with different businesses. So how do we continue to connect with families as we try to help families with the village? And what as I saw you and Chris do, y'all made it work. No matter what was the challenges, y'all made it work. How do you continue to push in that mode?
And that's where Village Academy comes in at. Village Academy will be the first technology-based preschool in the region. So
wait, say that one more time, because a lot of folks ain't gonna hear what you just said.
Right.
They gonna have to play it back. You talking like Nas right now.
Village Academy will be the first technology-based preschool in the region.
Hey.
So with
right
that
here out
being,
of the 419.
With that being said, right here out of the 419. Our airport location right now, the Hill location is open. So we have just traditional daycare there, and we're definitely providing that. online services for the kids. We know the kids about to go all the way back virtual, but we were doing virtual before TPS even started doing virtual. So making sure that children, their Chromebooks is charged, we have their schedule, we logging in, we're meeting teachers on login. Hey, how you doing, Miss Such and
So
Such?
y'all, so when they see in the background the room and how the bit, is y'all back there with them?
For
like,
sure.
Like, yeah, y'all with us? Oh, hi. So the class, y'all even getting the teachers to stay checked in.
Yeah, we ain't in a robe. We ain't in our house coat.
No, definitely. In the last, when the children were last virtual, I actually joined the class and I took over for the teacher because some of the parents were having problem with the map testing and getting connected and testing your computer to see if it can. Don't worry, but teacher, I got you. I explained it to her. It was a mom on there frustrated. Miss Sims, can you help this mom? Definitely. Well, this is partnership, and I mean that.
So what I would like Mika to do, I see you got one of your staff. I want her to put the number to Village Academy, because what I'm hearing, Chris, what I'm hearing, Shay, is here is a resource if you're struggling with the virtual piece. Here is a village. Here are individuals that will help you. No, even at you ain't spoke on no money or whatever, but you said, based on what y'all doing right now, because I struggle like hell with that virtual stuff, that give you a call and y'all can consult, y'all can have consultation to helping families.
For sure.
What's the number?
419-531-0445.
Put that up one more time.
419-531-0445. Just give us a call and we definitely gonna make sure you get enrolled. We understand it's a headache. Parents were not meant to be, every parent ain't meant to be a teacher. You're your child's first teacher at preschool level. But when you get third grade math, that becomes a little difficult. Like, why y'all want to teach them like that? I don't know how to learn math like that. So for me, it's just making sure that the daycare has that relationship with the teachers. Our relationship is so great with these teachers that if at 12 o'clock normally was the time your child was supposed to do their one-on-one, I'm communicating with the teacher. Can we push that back to 12:30 because I want to make sure this baby eat lunch with all his friends? Oh, no problem. We'll push it back to 12:30. He logged back on. We're making sure that they get everything that can make this feel as traditional as possible. And then on those days when there is no virtual learning, if they got a packet, couple pages they got to do, we're going to make sure that's done too. So Village Academy is definitely here. We can't be the first technology-based preschool in the region and not make sure virtual don't go right. It's only natural.
So, Chris, as the director of this Village Academy daycare preschool at this educational platform, as the director, what do you do? Because she is the see. What do you do in this in playing? You are coach and playing your role in this Village Academy. In this is a preschool daycare.
Yes.
What do you do?
So our
mission and purpose.
Well, of course that, but it's to provide as a director is for me to make sure that the whole center is actually running to the best of his ability from the teachers and everybody else on down. I even helped Miss Lexi, with the vision on how we actually going to execute that. For me, it's a great opportunity just simply because of the fact that she's allowing me to be able to use my brain and use my vision. I would say back in 2012. Her Nika Johnson, who's the principal at Grove Patterson.
Shout out to my McTigger. Hey Nika, to the whole Johnson family.
Yeah, so we even talked about like we wanted to open up a school and we wanted to start off with preschool. So not being able to fully let that mature and then running into Lex and just having that and just me bouncing ideas off of her and she rolling with it and just all those type of things, man. It's just been a great thing. And I would love to let Lex kind of share, her spiel on how it, it matured in her light, because for one, I do want to let everybody know it's her baby, and I'm just fortunate enough to allow her to be able to work in this sector with her.
But before you go into that, we're going to just say thank you to all those that's grinding, because this is a very interactive podcast. And this is what we do, where we interact with those that's listening from across the country to those that's listening and with us locally. I want to ask you before, Lexi, you speak to the question that Chris posed, how you see him playing the role. Chris, how do you apply what you're learning right now with Village Academy in your family?
Oh man, it's the village. You know, it's literally the village. So now you take that and you apply it the same exact way when you hear. So when we think of village, we don't think of village as a daycare.
Okay.
Like it's not just a preschool for us.
Okay.
Like it's a livelihood. It's what we do. So everything that we do is about the village. So we have a young lady who's literally, like she said, she's living up to what she said when she said, I want to make sure teens get an opportunity to. We have a teen right now who's an intern at the village that we had a long discussion about, like, hey, here's the model, and she laid it out like, listen, if nobody support what I'm doing as far as having a teen as an intern year round like this, then this probably ain't the place for you. So
Chris got excited, y'all.
Yeah. because for one, that lets me know that like there's a mission that she's on. And when you on your mission and you ain't let nobody sway you off of it, that means
anchored. My soul is anchored,
bro. That means you know for sure where you going and why you want to do it. So
black excellence.
And that's definitely black. And that's definitely black excellence. So I always will tell my wife, remind me of my why. So now that people know her, you know what I'm saying? Like you know her why. It's about them babies. So as me, doing it at home, it's all about that. Me doing it in the community, it's all about that. And we gonna bridge all of it together. Absolutely. And we're gonna have the best preschool in this area.
I would like for our grinders right now, looking on YouTube, looking on this on Facebook Live, hit the love button, hit the like button. When you see people walking in their purpose, and you're seeing it right here on the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show, and you're listening to people walking into it, share this, because this is what we talk about when we talk about raising a village. We got to have conversation. We got to see people look like us saying that it can be done, and it's being done. And if you don't believe it, Google me. So as we Google Village Academy, it's a building. It's a center. Chris said he plays a role in your vision. With him playing a role in your vision and the center, what do you want the essence of what, and it talks about a little bit about your legacy. What do you want to leave on people's life with the players that you would connect with and the pieces that you're depositing in this world?
I want to leave where our babies get to start ahead than behind. So for me, that part is the most important part for me. When it comes to educationally based, when I was 11, I was giving out worksheets. Because we wasn't just coming to free play. Our babies need structure. We can't free play all day. So we need for this time to be aligned, and every interaction needs to have an educational purpose. So when it's said and done, when my babies leave us, they're going to be on the same national standards. We're not just here for local standards. We don't want you to just make it into kindergarten. No, you're going to kindergarten and you're going to be already ready. And so your teacher, when they split that classroom up and say the A and the B, and those A kids, those will be those village kids. Those kids came from village. They came to kindergarten already prepared for kindergarten, so you can just take them and continue to run with it. And that's the whole thing about Village Academy. That's why I didn't call it a daycare. That's why we gonna do this preschool. We gonna get this nice tight. We gonna have this technology part where our parents are enrolling and it's all online. It's all seamlessly, and we're able to, for one, bring the parents up to the technology too, because that'd be a part of the problem. So right now, we literally working out every kink. I want that when this parent come through the door, they gonna do their enrollment forms online.
Technology. We
gonna make sure that you learn how to upload the app. We gonna help you through all of the steps to make it nice and simple for you, so that it don't feel like you're going through a big learning curve. So we're test trial and everything that we bringing in, but that education portion is that education got to be fun. So at Village Airport, we have smart boards. You don't have to just sit in circle time at the table or on the floor. You get to actually throw a bouncer. You get to actually go up there and touch the screen. The child normally doesn't see a smart board till they between third and fifth grade. But if we starting off at preschool, you're already acclimated with this technology. So you can't do nothing but go and be advanced in school. And that's really what the goal is just making sure that the kids are advanced. I don't want our kids going in behind. Right now, I'll probably say like 5 years back. It was a disconnect between when kids left preschool to when they went to kindergarten.
Yeah, it's a lie.
They were not being prepared for kindergarten. So right now, my kids are getting prepared for kindergarten as preschoolers.
Our kids, you can't have them by yourself.
And it's crazy. It's crazy you say that when she's even talk about preparation. Like we do have the smart boards, right? So the smart boards.
Wait, in the hood, you talk about black business, a black education infrastructure institution has smart boards.
Yeah, we got smart boards. We got smart boards
with smart people.
With smart people.
With smart
you know,
HBCU excellence.
You know, and not only that, we have tablets that they're working on, and literally as part of the curriculum that you know you actually
SBA.
Oh my God!
We're using our money the right way.
Oh my God!
Oh, I can't take this guy.
What's wrong with this dude?
No PUA all grind over there.
Okay, well, get there soon so I can use it PUA.
Yes, she did.
We using the money the right way.
But you know, like, you know, whereas you will see a school, or you may see them working off TVs and they're watching their story time maybe from a TV. We have smart boards that they can actually interact on. They can go up there and read from the board and actually turn the page with their fingers and things of that nature.
Oh my God.
So like all these things, they become the mouse instead of using the mouse.
Oh
So all these type of things that we're going to help them. Man, it's already babies already swiping left and swiping right on pictures on the phone.
They scores gonna be higher than his.
So y'all hear what they are saying on the all new Rise and Grind morning show. Please share this. Please like this. Please share this, because what I am hearing, what you are saying, man, we are changing the game for ourselves to help others, because without helping us, we'd help nobody. Chris, what I hear you saying, man, y'all are taking practical things in people's homes and keeping it, as you said earlier, in a traditional, it changes the
trajectory.
The method changes. The message never changes.
Absolutely.
You might change the method, but the message does not change with the village.
You can even think about the GED, right?
That didn't mean I didn't even graduate.
No.
Backwards. That's how they got me, because
the GED,
spell in the front GED, not DEG. Didn't even graduate.
Oh my God!
These kids will tell you something, man. I'm telling you.
But even the GED itself is on. You have to do it through a computer. So even if you become a dropout, you still have to be technology savvy. That's the message that you got to even get right there. To even get a GED, you got to be technology savvy.
So if you didn't even graduate, you could still get a GED.
But my point is, we got to be able to get kids abreast on technology, and they're learning to be above the curve. Like we had a conversation yesterday where we tested a kid. It was like, oh yeah, they're at the level that they need to be. No, it ain't. No, we don't want them at the level that they need to be. We want you to be above the level that you need to be.
This is the director talk.
So if you at 5, we need you at 7 for sure.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's just the pre-assessment. You know what I'm saying? So our goal is to literally make sure that you will be above the standard. Like we want everybody to be above proficient.
For sure.
So Shay, you've heard a little bit of conversation. I know you're a mom, you're a parent. We have Leah Renee, a part of the show, DJ Breezy. We have those that's a part of this opportunity. When you hear that as a mom, that there are resources out there for moms that looks like us, what are your thoughts? What are your questions? What can you speak on behalf of the mothers that need this, that's hearing what we got right, that what Lexi and Chris is saying about what the Village Academy provides?
I think that's amazing. You know, we are all as going through something like this new. We never went through anything like this at all. So this is crazy. And people still have to work, you know what I mean? And they're used to school. They're used to their kids being at school. And the fact that now everything is virtual, parents can't find people to watch the kids or help them log in. Even just to having simple Wi-Fi. It's a lot of parents that didn't even have Wi-Fi. So their kids have been lacking on even getting onto that.
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys are opening a first virtual, it speaks a lot of volumes.
That's one thing about Village Academy. We do have parent accountability. So we're not going to be the average school that's just allowing you drop off, pick up. No, we want you here. We want you volunteering.
Yes.
These babies are going to be coming in with uniforms on. There's going to be a level that it's a level of expectancy. So we can't just upgrade the center and then think the same parent going to come through the door, you're going to do the same thing. No, we're going to upgrade the center and we're going to upgrade parent accountability.
Yes.
Parent participation is required.
Yes.
The kids need to know that mom cares enough to come in here and sharpen some pencils.
Yes.
Mom cares enough to come in here and read some books. Mom cares enough, and that's really that's the village. I can't give your kid all of these different opportunities, but then I just leave the mom there. So we're gonna have parenting classes also.
Oh, wow.
So just lining up everything so that the village truly comes in. I'm Auntie Lexi to a lot of kids. When I pick them up from school, because I'm going at the beginning of the school year, I go to each school. I introduce myself to the people in the office. They all have my card, so that if anything, these are the children that I have at your school that's enrolled. So you know this face goes with those kids. This company goes with those kids. You have any problems, reach out to us.
Yes.
And I'm Auntie Lexi. They'll tell you that's Auntie Lexi, because the kids definitely, once they get older, they don't want to be like I'm in daycare. That's okay. When I come in at school and I show up for that honor roll, I'm showing up with flowers, balloons. Mom was at work. She told me to show up. You was here today. Yes. We got you. The village got you.
So what are the hours? What would the hours be? And the days of the week?
So for the academy, for the airport location, it'll be traditional preschool hours. The 8 to 6.
Okay.
And the 8 to 6 is just because it'll be 2 sets of preschool. So preschool will do a 9 to 1 and then a 1 to 5. But right now at our open location, which is at Hill, we're available from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Okay.
So with this virtual schooling, our phone has been ringing off the hook because that relationship with them teachers matter. You know what? We couldn't log on today. I'm emailing the teacher. Mom, you ain't got to wait till you get off work, then send the teacher email. No, right now, when we couldn't log on at 9 o'clock, I'm emailing the teacher right now. Baby couldn't get into his class. Don't mark him absent.
Yes.
Because it was something wrong with y'all system and he couldn't get in right now. So that's where that communication, that's where the parent responsibility comes in, because you got to give me all login. Chromebook got to be charged up. I got to know your kid's schedule, and I'll reach out to the teachers and get their email, so that when we do have some problems, I can just email them real quick from my phone or hop on a computer and make sure that I'm communicating with the teacher while you at work making that money.
Yes.
Wow, that's support. And you asked a very powerful question. In terms of the time, how to get access. So with that being said, and the services that you offer with the village, you got to have some help. You got to have some staff. Do you need help? I seen a promo, I think through social media, from both of y'all pages, actually on your, like, where can we use this platform to help you and those that's weighing in and those that's sharing this? Where could we help the village in what they need?
We're definitely looking for educators. We're not looking for employees. We want people who want to come and be a part of the children's
I gotta have
life.
Credentials. I know CPR.
CPR is cool, and guess what? If you don't have CPR, we can get you where you need to go. All we need you to have is the passion to want to educate children.
Wait a minute. Hold the hell up.
We can get you a CDA.
Hold up. Because this is being shared across the country.
Powerful.
This is being shared right here in the 419, and what Shay has just said. Even if you don't have the experience or the education, but you have the passion, Village Academy will take that person of age and help get them prepared, and they can use Village Academy as a platform.
For sure. Those bare minimums are truly just a high school diploma, being able to pass a background check. I'm going to help you get your physical. I'll send you to go get your background check. I'm going to make sure your professional development is lined up. I'll help you get your CDA. That part, I can help you with.
Yes.
You come in the door with your high school diploma and the passion to educate children, I'll help you with all the other stuff.
You gotta have to have a willingness to grow as well, simply because of the technology that we're going to be using. A lot of people are not. They may be familiar with or know what a smart board is, but they have to be able to teach from it. And we're even giving them the training to be able to teach from it. So just a willingness to grow and understand is a key component as well.
Man, and this is so huge. And I again, just appreciate knowing that we got that in our community.
But who wouldn't want to teach, right? If you're going to help or teach, right? Who wouldn't want to teach from a tablet? Who wouldn't want to
Everybody want to talk. I go in there and talk about that.
But like who wouldn't want to teach from a smart board? Like instead of having to pull out papers, you know, and constantly pull out papers. Like everything is a lot technology based. So why wouldn't you? Yeah, we would
because
have
I've never been taught.
But that's why I said if you got the willingness to be willing to learn,
yeah,
we gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
I promise you.
And that's building the student. That's building all generational.
Yeah.
Generational success.
So you know what also do? It also gives that one who have come to learn as a staff, they got the confidence to go teach their own child.
Yeah.
Or they may be able to go home and teach their siblings or their sister who's struggling with it. So it literally, that's why I say the village is much more than just coming to a building.
That's the seed.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Each one teach one.
And that's definitely where each one teach one, because I also know that in this field you run into people who, like, I don't mind coming work at the village, but in a couple of years I want to own my own.
Yes, get that experience.
You come here, I'm going to definitely make sure you leave and you going to know how to run your own. For sure, you going to be able to run your own. I'm going to definitely drop you all these jewels, all the things. You ain't got to bump your head. I bumped my head for you.
Yes.
So you ain't got to bump your head. I bumped my head for you. And then with Village Academy, you know, we focusing on preschool. We'll definitely enroll infants and toddlers into the airport location also, but we'll also have a summer camp because our school agers are not going to have that opportunity because it's for preschool.
Yeah.
So during the summer camp, now the school agers get to come in and they get to learn about the smart board. They get to learn about lessons on tablets. So just making sure we take care of the whole family. It's a village.
So what we also do, as far as from a director standpoint, is we're incorporating Spanish and literally physical.
¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
Mucho bueno.
Yeah.
Muy
bien. So
that's the better word.
That's Chinese.
So with that.
I just cussed at him.
You know, so
Chingao.
You know, so with that, we are going to be teaching. You know, as we color, shapes, and numbers. They will be learning Spanish with color, shapes, and numbers as well. So,
unos, dos, tres, cuatro,
cinco, seis,
siete,
ocho,
nueve.
Well, see, I wanted to go to Nicaragua, but I knew a Nick in Nicaragua.
Man, what's wrong?
Don't go nowhere. It's the all new Rising Ground. You can expect the unexpected. We got some real. Hey.
What's wrong with
in the Bible is Meshach and the Mendigo. I got Meshach and 3 Negroes when I come back on the all new Rise and Grind morning show. Don't go nowhere.
Now, listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented by 419 The Grind.
That's right. It's all new Rise and Grind morning show, and it's been a great show right here in the 419 Grind. We know you've been tuned in. Y'all thought we was going somewhere. Look, you can expect the unexpected because we had to get off. We got to get out of here. We got more to come. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what, Shay?
What's up?
Guess what's up, Chris McBray?
What's up?
Hey, Lexay. Guess what? They don't know what the hell I'm about to do.
Not at all.
Expect the unexpected.
Listen, check this out. 2 big announcements.
Uh-oh.
Actually 3.
What?
Let me count. Village Academy from online. 1, 2, 3. Everybody drum rolls, please.
Uno, dos, tres.
Unos, dos. First one. One of our sponsors is here today. future sponsors of the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show 419, the Village Academy. Has just been a sponsor to make sure that this grows so we can continue to reach the families and the homes across urban America. Second one, Chris McBrayer on all of Bob the Builder's assets. Him and his wife, Black Love, is starting an all-new podcast show called His and Her Sports right here, part of the 419 Grind Podcast Network.
Yes. For sure.
Y'all thought I was done. Y'all thought I was done. And last of one of the huge announcements, Lexi. This is where you go down and propose. Get the camera on me.
I'll get out your way. I'm ready to see this.
This guy is something else.
I'm gonna hold the chair to get out. Would you join us on the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show? You're supposed to give me a hand. With a segment of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, a lesson with Lexi.
For sure.
I got a cramp in my foot. I can't get out. My foot hurt. I might never get married if this was. We want to thank you.
This guy is too much, man.
So would you join us?
For sure, for sure.
A lesson with Lexi.
Lesson with Lexi. It's official.
Oh, I need help, Chris. Can you help me get up? 1, 2, 3. Oh! So you know I'm not going down on her.
What you say? You ain't going down on one knee. You gonna have to take it from this height.
No. You just gotta wake her up in the bed like, hey, babe.
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
Roll over.
Just roll over, babe. Why you doing me, babe? It's just in my heart right now.
I ain't got no icy out of that.
You know you gonna have to sign all the papers with the Medicaid and Medicare and the AARP, so this is why I can't go
on one knee.
Obamacare.
Man, pair my all in. That's right. Thank you so much, Chris.
Lesson with Lexi.
A lesson with Lexi.
Yes.
And it's gonna be about a village conversation. Thank you for being a sponsor. Thank you for joining us, being on call, being on ready. Chris, I'm so glad that you are teaming up to continue to team up and working your purpose and what you're doing as you lead. And now a lesson from Lexi just grows in the village because it's gonna have sports time. Yeah, it was how this thing works.
That's dope. That's real dope.
It's still connected. So when the world see that it's nothing but relationships that connects the world, it's huge. And we want to thank each and every last one of you. Help us be a better you to the world, and I'm gonna get that together when I do. But again, big shout out to all my HBCUs. I represent Tuskegee, Central State, all the HBCUs across the country. This is our weekend, homecoming weekend, virtually. Check it out on iHeart. It's gonna be jamming today. Make sure you vote for us on the Toledo City Paper Best Anchor Duo with Leah Renee and your boy Big Trice, Best Local Podcast. I want to thank all of our grinders and all our sponsors, Lima Humidop, Miss Perfect Boutique, Greater New Psalmist with Dr. Pastor Breon Hall. And have y'all ever heard of a place called Hot Box?
Hot Box.
For sure.
Hot Box.
Hot Box.
Yes,
Hot Box.
indeed.
Hot Box.
Hot box with
Hot
Keith.
Box.
I've heard it. I've
Hot
never had it
box.
before. Hot box.
Hot Box.
Hot box got them
Hot box.
banging lobster bites.
Oh, I want
You ain't
some
heard of
those.
Hot
What's
Box?
the best food not seafood?
I wanna
You
try
going today
some.
though? So guess where they going today at? They're going to Hot Box.
I want to go again too.
So Shake it, take y'all to Hot Box, and we want to thank though. That's what we do. with
We
our,
got one of our viewers said cute couple alert.
Oh, Tree, she was on that knee.
Lexi.
Oh, we locked in. That's my
That's
queen.
bro.
The first show.
That's what they be saying at
Right,
first. That's
that's how it
bro.
started.
Bro and sis.
Yeah, we gonna be set together, not sex together.
For sure.
And it is. That's been my teammate.
Are you
And
single?
No, I got a lady. I got a lady.
Okay,
I got a lady.
I'm sorry for disrespecting.
I got ladies. So check it out. I went to an HBCU. No, because they my lady friends. See, I know how to pivot out this thing. 18 years old. So again, make sure this is what we do. We got a great show tomorrow. We got to get out of here. It's been a great show. Thank you to all our sponsors. Also, we love, please go to the Facebook page. Leave a review. Where can we get better? Where can we get better? Leave your reviews on the Facebook, the 419 Grind Show. Help us be better, a better us, so we have a better you. Please leave your reviews, leave your feedback on the 419 Grind Facebook page. Let us know, what do Trice need to work on? What do Leah need to work on? Shay, Jesse, Lesson with Lex, Chris, and his wife, Sharice. His and hers? Sports show? Give them some heads up, give them some pointers so that when they bring the content that's going to change the world, change the game, is with us. One thing that we like to say before we get out of here, we got to go. I'll open it up first with you, Chris, and then Lexi. Who do you want to say, as this is going to be shared forever, this is documented, who do you want to say thank you and I love you too?
I want to say... bro, you about to make me cry.
You got to say it at the camera too.
No, but man, I want to say thank you to my grandmother. 85 years old. Staple of my family. She got one kidney and she got kidney disease right now. Wow. She's still up, walking, moving. Yes. Still just doing her thing, and I just want to say thank you. Yes. Just thank you, Granny, for everything.
What's her name?
Shirley Ann Johnson.
Hey, let's give a round of applause. And hit the love button right now. Hit the heart button for Granny's heart and kidney, and we speak life into her. Hit the love button. Yes. See, Coach Dwone is on here. Kenneth Johnson is saying blessings. So thank you for that, and to the family. So, Lexi, who do you want to, friends, family, foes, whoever, who do you want to say thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you? Because it's documented now, baby.
It's documented now. we definitely have to thank Miss Mary, my mom, for allowing me to grow into who I am. And not only her, we have to thank my bro, Kenneth, because without these two experiences, there wouldn't be no village and all the other village, because I'm truly a product of the village. Yes. So we got to thank them too. They're my dogs.
Yes. All right. Shake, hey, who we saying thank you and appreciation to?
We're saying thank you to my kids and to my family and friends for all the support.
All right. And same with, hey, what's up to my family and friends? And if I didn't get you today, I'll get you tomorrow, Lord willing. And what we like to do is we like to end our show in a couple different ways, and we leave the segment with vibes and affirmation. And as Shay say, it's okay with Shay.
Yes, it's okay. I'm going to leave you guys with a little message for today. Everything is going to work out perfectly. There is no need to stress and worry about the things you cannot control. When you understand everything in your life happens for you and not to you, that is when everything changes.
That was dope.
Yes.
You had to send that one now. And where can people find you? Because you put these affirmations in different places on your social media, Shay. Yes. Where can people find you?
I am Shay K on Facebook, or you can get me on Instagram. I love Instagram, and I am Shay versus Shaniel on Instagram.
All right, so check out those affirmations.
Two personalities.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. Thank you for that affirmation. And again, want to thank you on behalf of the 419 Grind Podcast Network and the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show, the #1 urban radio podcast show in the country, period. And if we ain't the #1, show us who is, and we'll come get them too. And as Leah Renee always say to everybody, if we all put together, we'll put our hands over our mouth.